Williams Chapel. And I come here, I guess it's really important for me. One of the biggest reasons I joined the gospel choir, which I'm not a chaplain of, is because I kind of saw my freshman year, I only really got into church or just praying in general whenever I had exams. So I decided I wanted to get in here more often.
No, I think this space says a lot about our character, to be honest. I think a lot of why we're doing this is service both to the student body and for me also service to God. And I think this is an important place to us. And that has a lot to, and I think our motivation has a lot to do with the Jesuit ideals and has a lot to do with Georgetown's identity. And you know, that's our sort of our statement is tradition in the making. Is it's part of Georgetown's past tradition, but it's also about making a tradition of a strong community, not just a strong institution. But we started preparing for this the moment we got here by getting involved on campus and seeing what we could do to serve the Georgetown community.
Because it's the difference between seeing and then actually doing something about it. Brian right now is going through the midst of actually working with a whole lot of this stuff with Student Commission for Unity. I've been through a whole lot of the same things with Change Our History requirement, which has actually been a successful campaign and led a lot of groups on campus. I think it kind of has like a Ben Shaw effect, which Ben Shaw has been awesome for this campus. I think one of the reasons so many people are running is because he's made it so popular, which is that he'd say to you, a lot of his programming happened to happen or actually got done in the spring semester. And that's because when you come in that first semester, you don't have these relationships, you don't have the ties and connections to be where you need to be. So I think it was great that he publicized the position, but for us personally, and where GUSA is, where the student body is, for what Ben Shaw has been able to do, I think it'll be a very smooth transition for us to come in with a lot of those relationships that maybe he didn't have right off the bat, so it can be a smooth transition.
One of the things that we'll probably look to do is to finish off extending ad drop. That should be an easy thing to do to extend for next semester. Yeah, and it would be a shame to lose the foundation that Ben Shaw has built for that. Continue addressing bias on campus, continue the work of the LGBTQ working groups, continue the work of the Student Commission for Unity, continue the work of the alcohol working groups to continue reforming the alcohol policy.
Because a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people say we need more transparency, I need a place to, you know, get my voice heard. But the thing is, there's a lot of places on campus where you can't have your voice heard. You know, Brian's been in the Senate for 2 years. I've been working with groups across campus, finding ways to get my voice heard. And people just don't know where to go or don't even understand that GUSA is a place where that can happen. We want to find out what you guys want us to do. And the issues that we're addressing, I think the reason that people like us when we talk to them is because, you know, people are worried about safety. People are worried about, you know, walking down Prospect at 36, trying to go to Wisey's at 11:30 and getting mugged because you hear adoption. The very first day of campaigning, Thursday, everybody went out there putting up, you know, signs, and they were trying to get this up in Red Square and get this movie out and everything else that was happening. We actually decided to take a little step back and, you know, speed up by slowing down a little bit. And we actually, instead of doing all that stuff, had a rally. And I think 65 to 70 people got out to that rally. I like to think I'm Jesse Sapp at the end of the game, and John Wallace, I should say, at the end of the game, you say now. And I'm just, you know, I have ice in my veins. But
this is Tim Fernholtz, contributing editor at the Georgetown Voice, where we take a lot of things seriously.